Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. I had assumed... If that's not the case, you will have to excuse me. There's...
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble house. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose. Are we to depart at this hour? I cannot see why we should choose to stumble around in the dark.
Is this the abode of the good arisen? Pray, pardon the intrusion. I am an attendant in the service of Empress Nadinia. Her Majesty would make a request of you. Might you have a moment to hear it? With my gratitude, sir. Her Majesty awaits you outside. Pray, follow me.
We thank you for meeting us at this late hour, Sir Arisen. There is a service we would ask of you. We require protection of both our person and our identity as we make for our destination within the city.
Though Batal has no official dealings with Vermund, the countenance of its Empress is widely known. I dare say Ian, a common soldier, would recognize Her Majesty. And trouble would undoubtedly ensue should the Empress's presence be discovered. You must see to it that Her Majesty arrives at her destination unseen.
We make for the Rose Chateau. Prithee see us there safely before dawn breaks.
Now, let us be off! We ought not to delay our departure any further.
Pray, remain vigilant while escorting Empress Nadinia. We pawns shan't follow, that you might attract less notice.
I suppose 'tis so.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Well met, son. How...
I beg you. I need that medicine.
Can't help you, I'm afraid.
My stock's low enough as 'tis. I shan't go selling what little I've got left to a ruddy beastren.
But my wife, she's like to waste away if I don't get it to her.
How very cruel. We ne'er imagined matters to be so dire. Is there aught we may do to aid this man?
You have a kind heart, your majesty, but you cannot afford to reveal yourself here, else we may ne'er reach our destination. Perhaps the good Arisen would assist this gentleman in her majesty's stead.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
How can he do this? Without that medicine, she shan't last a week. How can he do this? Without that medicine, she shan't last a week.
What? You in the market for some medicine as well? A likely story. I heard you whispering out there. You mean to give it to that beastren scum, don't you? What a good heart our Arisen has. But I shan't be selling it to you if 'tis to end up in beastren hands. Well, 'tis a princely sum to pay on behalf of a common beastren, but I'll take it. Can't afford to refuse a deal that sweet.
This is the medicine I need. You give it to me, sir? Oh, happiest of days! My wife is saved! Words cannot express my gratitude to you, sir. I shall never forget this good turn you've done me.
That was neatly done, Sir Arisen. His lady wife ought now recover. We shall pray that 'twill be so.
Come, we've a ways to travel yet before we reach the Rose Chateau.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Polish up my gear tomorrow. Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
I didn't sleep a week last night.
Such quietude is a blessing. I'm in it now. My sense getting cold. Feels eerie with all that.
We have arrived at last. Thank you kindly, Sir Arisen. Now, to attend to the matter for which we have come. Prithee await our return here. We are grateful for your patience. The matter is attended to. We have allies here in the Rose Chateau who offer their aid to our cause in secret. Namely, to create a place where the beastrons of Vermund may live in peace.
Were it to come to light that Batal has provided aid of any kind to Vermund, there would be a scandal, and all of Her Majesty's good deeds would be unmade. Thus, Her Majesty must work in secret, offering her support from the shadows. But let us not linger. I have arranged for an ox cart to meet us by the statue of the Arisen.
Do you know before whose likeness we now stand? 'Tis that of Rotheus, founder of Vermund. Oh yes, 'twas none other than a beastren who gave rise to this kingdom. Yet, in spite of this history, our people find little welcome here. Quite the opposite, as we have witnessed this night. Past wars twixt Vermund and Batal have done much to worsen beastrons standing here. This we cannot deny. Yet as ruler of a Beastren nation, we can do no less than long for the day in which our people will be treated kindly wheresoe'er they may tread. And we would be remiss not to pray that the future you envision, as predestined ruler of this domain. We bid you good night, Sir Arisen.
Not a care in the world. Just as it should be. Herald
It is hard to imagine a world empty of monsters.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. We cannot break it from this side.
Perhaps.
It is dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
I brought the number that you requested. I'll take it this will be enough.
Aye, nicely done. Get in, you lot. Here's your payment.
Thank you kindly, sir. Ordinarily, coin like this would take me half a year to earn.
And I'll thank you to spend it wisely. Don't go drawing undue attention onto yourself, or that'll be the last you get. An ox cart travelling a night is suspicious enough in its own right, if 'twere known that I'm carrying pawns across the border.
I know, and I'll take care of it, I swear it. Contact me again when you've need of more cargo, won't?
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your...
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
That was a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud.
Let me get that.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
These people will be defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Well done.
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Would that such tranquility could last.
I suppose 'tis so.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack.
Might you consider licensing?
Is there no getting through this door?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Someone comes to read. Busy thing, making a living as a soldier.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Cart doesn't fill up like it used to.
I'll take the night watch of destiny.
Crowds can be troublesome.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Can't expect to fare so well.
Speaking of... Which? We excel at blade work, but none of us are adept with a bow.
How are we to maintain an advantageous position?
Resist. Well, we can get the man into contemplation.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Saurians, Master!
Cannot weather ice's numbing grip.
Well done! Climb on and I'll send you soaring!
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curative.
Come to think of it, 'twould behoove us not to ignore these former arisen. One supposes that they, too, encountered the dragon when they each became arisen in their turn. 'Tis a curious occurrence, no doubt guided by fortune's fickle hand.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one of the next foe we encounter?
I find any turncoats.
Then I shall remain by your side.
What bothersome boar put a chest all the way over there?
Surely we can make our way over to it somehow.
Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance.
We must. Let us finish this quickly.
I am well aware of the particulars.
Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been pilfered.
These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
Our homecoming is at hand.
At last. We pawns are hardy folk, but combat still takes its toll.
True enough.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
How's life treating you? Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Thankless job, this. Wonder if he was doing anything.
Somehow my feet always carry.
I get along with a racket.
Everyone's as tired as I get up to today.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
That's not at the expense of my duty.
Twill take more than that to end me.
Aye, have you all of you.
What must needs be done?
You must most be effective.
Do not.
Here we go again.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
By your leave.
Peruse at your leisure, sir. Suppose I could enjoy some idle chit-chat. Need anything? I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came. Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something. And see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Many thanks to you.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Tis no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
I'm not risking my life for a pittance.
Fancy a look at my wares?
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper. Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of... If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for you. The creation of a masterpiece takes time, sir. Pray do not rush me. Hope to see you again.
I only polished it this morning.
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head.
Fancy a kick, but not at the expense of my duty.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Shall I do today?
At least my back's not acting up today. Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy some. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. Hope to see you again.
Polished it this morning. Heading home about interested in my work.
bunch of sluggards.
This ox cart's bound for Vern. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Tal is visible in the distance.
Different lands make different people. The hue of Batal's soil is as a symbol of that.
Think they'd learn how not to creep up on me.
Him a lesson in
Dead, completed amateurs. No respect for this.
Give me a moment to think.
Sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
All the best tales come from travellers at the inn.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Precious little time. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Maybe I'll make myself
I sleep
scarce.
on my woes, mayhap they'll tell you.
Mayhap dreams will
I'll collect that.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet so, he was put into our care.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of... To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up.
See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
By your leave, Arisen.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
How did I end up with this?
Trouble looking here.
Sweeping, laundry. How did I work up here anyhow?
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Maybe I'll make myself scarce.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich?
My legs are fair numb. I'm not out here by choice.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Indeed, you are correct.
Sets my thoughts down dark past this place.
We scarce afford to keep us fed these days.
This year's crops aren't faring so well.
Really days walk into peril unprepared.
Stock up on the basics. Flour, salt, fats.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the gracious hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all. I can't say as I missed that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy. Suppose 'tis only to be expected. Given the state of those assembled, I'm sure I was moaning too.
Suppose that's enough for one day. Someone to talk to.
What about this place makes me nervous?
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Absolute benefit from this sunshine.
My head hurts just thinking.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we?
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
How very peculiar.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my...
When I return from afar and see you anew, I get the sense that your strength lies far deeper than brawn or intellect.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Plenty of gossip to be had here on Let's get to work. How do I end up
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be...
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Fear I am not long for this world.
What to do?
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
I'll sleep like a log. About ready to fall asleep.
Sleep. Am I shedding? Must be my weakness.
Need anything?
no easy thing.
Damn it, rowdy. Time for an early...
As your bones get older.
Fancy a look at my wares?
clink. Suppose I ought
Peruse at your leisure.
Apart from my joints, I've naught to complain of.
Always got to be in the thick of things, me.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten. I'm in fine.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward one bereft of decorum?
Only fools
I
and
hope
everything
this
I
job
like
plays
better
out
what you
better
said.
than the last.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Can't help but see a turncoat. Must hold out till someone comes to me.
I cannot help but be
Well
wary.
met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Need anything?
Got to be somewhere to make some quick coin.
Fancy a kip. But not at the expense of my duty.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward one bereft of decorum?
Fancy a kip.
Townspeople
But
tend
not
not
at the expense of my duty.
Whate'er 'tis, I've not the time to hear it.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Long day of work.
Swapping stories is what a life's great
Suppose This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
It's no easy thing.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Same as the one afore it.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Can't remember the last time I suppose that's enough of the poetry bit past.
We found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
Aptly said.
The best quality a soldier can have is loyalty.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway?
Suppose I ought to earn my
I don't have half as many lives as my parents.
Would that I could count courage among my virtues. No sense dwelling.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I want to go home.
Them nobles do nothing.
One can never be too careful.
He's doing about a dozen things at once.
Just the same old
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go, then.
A new day, a new perspective.
You're in trouble now.
Will take a better mind than mine to solve this. Turns my stomach.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
One hopes these carts are... That's a trait, if I ever saw one.
Fire is not... It seems we have enraged our foe.
That means it is in range of its maw. Be wary.
lies bare. Strike now. I shan't suffer such an offense. We are our masters' myrmidons, and no others.
Of course.
Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up. You pushed your luck too far.
I swear I've not blinked once. What should I get up to today? I'd hasten.
It would seem we have aught we need to hand. We have arrived.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
I must be grateful. At least I have a full belly.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you... What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room. I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this? As mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw afore coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in Rest Town.
'Tis as you say.
Shall we bring the medicine we discovered to the doctor over in the rest town? Mayhap he can tell us of its effects. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
If I were your master, I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a closer look?
We are under attack.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Heavens, no!
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
It's this way.
I must remain calm. It will all come good in the end.
Why is it coming to answer for this?
I mustn't let this get out of hand.
Ta-ta!
It's this way.
One must do this. Force goes awry. Hubris is man's worst enemy.
Must hold out. Someone comes.
Slow and steady gets the job.
How did they treat you then?
So, we meet again. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
I find any turncoats. Gutter myself.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Need anything?
I'll do as I please. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
What's the point? The morrow will be no different.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Best check my stock before a customer comes along.
You'd think they'd learn by now not to creep up on me.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
Got nothing to fear if you're sure what's about me.
Townspeople depend on me.
Polished this morning.
Might as
Well, you're here, eh?
Now here's a welcome song.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
At least I can go.
Fine.
We've got goblins!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Stand strong!
Plenty of gossip to be had here, I know.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Have you business in Batal? Then you, good sir, will require, and don't go thinking you can slip through the trade twixt our nations may be on. So, should you...
Every minute fur stands on end. So dull when there's nothing doing its rest.
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll know. A moment's prayer can do a world of good. The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once. What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
What business have you here?
As I've said, my husband has left to slay a Dullahan at the ill-doer's resting place. I can't tell you when he'll return, so you'd best visit us another day, sir.
Pray, follow me.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. Shall we visit